And hello everybody and welcome back to the stream, or if it's your first time here, welcome. Hope you're all having a fantastic Wednesday or whatever day you're watching this on. And we are back. So yeah, it's Wednesday, chill stream day, you all know the drill, Dorfromantik. I'm a little bit late, so let's just get into it. And then of course, on Saturday and Friday, we'll be playing Look Outside again. But for tonight, just a chill, just chillness. I always say that, but like I'm always bitching and whining about what I'm doing in Dorfromantik. I don't have any chill, and we are recording. Very good. Okay. Music time. This is not the stream world. I don't know if we have a stream world. In fact, because I don't know if we have a stream world or not, I'm just gonna start another one because fuck it. I remember we lost a lot in the previous stream of this game, so might as well just go a bit ham. Oh, fuck you, game. Really? Okay, whatever, fine. I have to ruin something, but whatever. Fuck! Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Is this really already a thing? Is this really already a problem? Oh, no, this won't do. This is ridiculous. That was... It had a really good, like, first 4 tiles, and then it became monstrous. Became a fucking monster. Okay. This seems more doable so far. Not by a lot, but by some amount. What the fuck? Okay, sure, whatever. That's fine, I guess. What on earth? Wait. That works. That works. You can tell. So, something about these types of tiles that's hard to know is what side does the mill represent? And in order to figure that out, I look at the ground beneath it. So right here, underneath this is the house ground. This is the ground you see under house tiles. But then over here, we have a fully green bottom, which means this is equivalent to a blank space. It's hard to know because these mills are like aesthetic. They're like aesthetic things that go with the quest markers. So it's like, oh, how am I supposed to tell if this is a city or something else? But you tell simply by looking at the ground right beneath them. So this turned out to be perfect, and now we could place that right there, and we have to place houses next to that one to make that work. Let's get this the fuck away from water. I don't want any of that shit. Uh-huh. Yeah, I guess that works. Sucks, but works. Uh-huh. Excuse me. So like right here, we put houses, and that is congruent. Sure. Nice. Yes. Okay. I mean, ideally we want this to be around here. Well, we're kind of fucking ourselves quite a bit, taking a chance like that, but might as well, you know? Are you fucking serious? Another railroad stop. Why? What the fuck? Okay. It's gonna be something we have to fucking put up with, I suppose. Oh, Lord have mercy. I know this would be good over there, but I want to fill spaces up like that. Like there's plenty, we'll find plenty of tiles that fit over there, you know, it's fine. What the fuck? Is there a better way I can place this? I don't think so. I think it's like a fucked up placement no matter what I do here. Oh, you know what I should do? I should place this right here with the other houses. That makes some modicum of sense, you know. I suppose that can both go there. It doesn't want to be... Oh, yes, it does. Oh, that, well, let's put this somewhere else, then. I guess right there is fine. Alright. Pretty good, pretty good. That also wants to be closed off, so I feel like I'm not going to place this in there. I think I'm going to place this elsewhere, like maybe over here. Hey! Woo! We did it. Oh, but it's still open. So my thing here has 11 on it. God damn it. That fucking sucks. Oh, well, we can do this, so... I guess it worked out. Not the most favorable means of working out, but it worked out nonetheless. Wait. Might be better to put this over here. It's not as nearly as, yeah. Alright. Oh, whoops. That is not gonna work out. You have got to be fucking joking. Are you actually serious? Where the fuck am I expected to put this? You know what? This technically might work because I could weave this into this, and then I can weave this all the way around the railroad crossing. So that theoretically could work. That wants to close off as well, so like stuff like this don't really make sense to put there. Because they create more spaces for the tiles rather than closing the spaces off. Hey, 2. Okay. This is what we wanted. Oh no, it wants to close. Oh no. See, this doesn't work either because we trade 2 spaces for 3, you know? So it's literally not actually helping to place that in over there. This is better, but it's still a 1-for-1. Oh damn. Oh, interesting. Interesting possibility right there, but I don't see any purpose. Guess we can do that. I have a feeling that if I put it over here, it's gonna get trapped. It's gonna trap this quest under very, very bad conditions. Excuse me. I was looking at the Spider-Man cards that they're slating to bring out for Magic the Gathering, and I got a lot of mixed feelings because a lot of it is just stupid and annoying, like how retarded it is, because cape shit is so fucking stupid most of the time. Quite often these days, I should say. And one thing that's annoying is that, so like I have like 10 adventure decks, right? They're all adventure themed. Each is a different 3-color combo. And they're releasing a bunch of exile support with the Spider-Man cards. So my adventure decks, if they want to be powerful, they're gonna have to start using these Spider-Man cards. And I wouldn't mind that if they weren't so aggressively, annoyingly campy as fuck. Which is, you know, it's stupid to take a children's card game so seriously, obviously, but... Nah, it's not a children's card game, it's a fucking teenager's card game. It's invented by college students. Well, actually, I don't technically know if Richard Garfield was... Was he in college? He might have been a college student, huh? Dead ass. I know that the playtesters were his college were like his college mates or something. But it's just so weird to think that I need to like add in Spider-Man cards to my silly Vorthos decks just to make them vaguely better, generally updated and generally better, which is fine in a sense of like I don't mind being a bit more efficient. It's just that the cards themselves are very silly. A lot of them are. I think the next bet, like, I think like one of the new best cards that they printed for my adventure decks is like literally called Spider-Verse, and it just copies your exile plays once per turn, and it's like, what? Why the fuck do I need to have a card in my decks called Spider-Verse? That's so stupid. It's so fucking retarded, but that's where it is. That's where it's at. Do I do this? I fear if I do this, I'll never be able to do this quest because I'll never get the correct tiles to ferry this train track out. So I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and like ruin like 3 blocks here just to close this. Unless I have a different idea. Part of me wants to do that, but is not really in the position to do that. I could do this and ruin only 2 tiles. And get closer to closing this off. I guess ruining 2 tiles is better than ruining 3 tiles, so, okay. That is what we're doing. 9, huh? Hawaii 9-0. man. So close. Could have placed it here. Doesn't work. Can't place it there. Doesn't work. This does work. Yeah, so I believe my next Arcane video is going to be about Caitlyn. I don't know why, I just decided that I wanted it to be her. And man, it is going to be something. Looking through the most painful part about making my Arcane videos is that I have to go through and actually watch season 2 more than once for research purposes, and I fucking hate it. I fucking despise it. It sucks. It sucks so much, but that is the price, unfortunately. I can't put this here. I have to put this somewhere else. Not there. We want to branch out from there. Oh no, there's houses, so never mind. So how I want this to go? No, it was savage as fuck. In the fucking original GameCube Prince of Persia game, whenever you died, instead of a game over screen, the prince would have his voiceover just be like, "Oh no, that's not how the story went. Let me restart." And then you go back to your load point. I was just savage. No, I don't suck that much. We have to retry this. Huh? Oh. Fucking Christ, what is with these railroads? Ugh. God, those are some bad things. I lost track of what I was complaining about. This wants to close off, but I really don't want to because I want to connect it over. Okay. Fuck you, game! That's fine. Fuck you! Fuck you! And what do we have here? This doesn't close it. This makes it worse. But at the same time, at least it fits. Huh. Sure. Okay. That's one down over there. Come on, game. Cut me some slack, game. Come on. Great. This doesn't fit anywhere. What? So we need, obviously we need another water train station right there. Obviously. Oh, come the fuck on. Why do you suck so much? You're sucking me dry with how much you suck. God. This tile is terrible. We do not want it. He put his hand in other man's rectum and they eat the poo-poo. We do not want it. Hold on, I wanna... What is this? Train? Disgusting. Fucking disgusting. Mm-hmm. That wants to be closed now, so we should place what this tile we have right here, we should place it somewhere else. And I don't know where else to place it. Sure. Nope, that's not gonna fit. I'd love to put it here, but it doesn't fucking work. Does this fit here? Not really, no. It's a space off. At least one space off. So this narrows 2 into 1, so that's good. This doesn't narrow anything, this just branches. So this turns 2 into 2, you know, so... I should probably put this somewhere else that doesn't need to be closed off. Doesn't quite work here. That is a city. Okay. That's fine. Okay, let's do this. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's okay. The longer we leave these things hanging, the bigger that they will eventually become. So we don't want to dally too long on them. But, okay, so we found something to help close this part off. Doesn't do anything there. Okay, I think we put it right... Wait, hold on. Does it fit anywhere over here? No, not really. This is definitely not a piece that fits in any of the closed-off spaces. Again, we don't want to put it in the closed-off space. Ugh. Like, this turns 2 into 2 at best, and that's still not particularly acceptable. Well, I mean, if I put this here, I could get a special... Oh, wait, you know what? Coming right up, we have this. So, you know what? Never mind. That was good for closing it off right there. So that's pretty good. I don't want to do this because this caps this off from being able to branch over to over here. So I don't want to place that there. We want to place this somewhere else. Doesn't make sense over there, though. Oh wait, this is great. We want this because we want to close this little area off here. So that's actually great. We found something for that. One other thing we need to do is we need to branch this and this over to this. That's another thing we need to do. So, we do that, I suppose. Oh, the tree! Yeah, the tree ruins it. That sucks. The tree still ruin over here? No, not at all, actually. Fuck off, game. Oh my god, it doesn't even fit. It doesn't even fit here. Like, it doesn't fit anywhere. Oh god, this is so bad. This is so bad. I hate this. This is so bad. This is unbelievable. This tile killed my family and ate my children. God, I hate that tile was bad. Jesus. Okay. What the fuck is this? This kind of works, but still doesn't actually. Still points it away from where we want it to go. Just place it there. This doesn't narrow this off, but it does potentially do something. Like, this just makes the tile that we need to place here a lot more narrow. But is that a bad thing, necessarily? We have 35 cards, so maybe it's fine. Sure. When will the music come back? I say, like, right as it barely comes back. Is this even a good place to place that? Let's put it over there instead. Still only 12, which is okay. Okay, this is a close-off paradise tile, is what this is. This is like a perfect tile for closing off spaces. So it doesn't have anything that relates to that, so we shouldn't put it over there. That plains also is fucking things up, and these are all twofers. I can put it on the side of this, or I can put it over here. That's what we'll do. Actually, we're gonna put this up here, because this can be placed here. We've closed off two sides. This is excellent. It may not seem that way, but it is. So I could finish that quest. I think I want to finish this quest because this quest is so closely entangled with this forest here. So let's finish that. And it wants to be closed. Oh boy. Okay. Well, better than it not wanting to be closed, I suppose. Oh, this is almost so perfect, but it has too many houses. Actually, I don't even think that a tile like that exists that I'm thinking of. I don't even think that that's real. That's probably not even a real tile. Okay, that fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. Okay. Oh, it doesn't do anything over here, really. If I plug it in, it's going in the opposite direction again. So, like, why would I plug it in over there, you know? So, that sucks. This blows. Donkey dick. That sucks as well. Hello, lurker and or bot. I see that I have one viewer. Hope you're having a good Wednesday, or whatever day it is. You might be in another country. Who knows? I don't. Fuck off, Microsoft To Do, you bitch. You lying whore. I'm sorry, that was mean to Microsoft To Do. It has more dignity than a whore. So... this doesn't even work here. The railroad tracks in this map have been pissing me off because they are very, very, very bad. However, I see nothing wrong with placing some over there, I guess, since we have a quest we want to complete. Wait, is this better for closing something? I mean, it could close this a bit, but not fully. It doesn't really fit anywhere over here either. So yeah, this is just a perfection tile that goes right there. I should probably stop doing that. Yes! Alright, so this is pretty good. Kinda interferes with this train station over here, but this one was already going badly in the first place. Well, that doesn't fit. Honestly, it fits perfectly right here, even though it's way out of the way of all the places that we're focusing on. Da, 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 da. I really need to fuck off with that. Sure. This is not a good closer. This is a bad closer. This is a very awful closer. In that it does not close anything at all. It doesn't even fit over there. Vaguely fits over here, but it's not going to connect to anything. Okay. Can this escape? Nope. It sure fucking can't. Da, 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 da. Nice. I think this is good, right? Yeah. That's pretty good. I like that. Okay. That closes that water off, though, from connecting to this, so I don't really want to do that. What I would rather do is treat this water like a fucking empty tile. Fuck you! You're so fucking close that you just don't come through. You motherfucker. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Alright. We have 19. That is very bad. That is supremely bad. We are probably dead. Unless we get some really good lucky tiles very soon. I don't want to fucking attempt to connect those. That's a fool's errand. I wonder where that phrase started. Pretty good. Cut him up, cut him up. Fuck. Very close, but it's not actually going to be what we want. Oh! Well. Okay, alright. Oh shit! Wait, no, fuck it! Fuck it! Do it live! As I feared, this quest is never gonna get completed. I think we're gonna die with that quest uncompleted. Can't place that there. Do I not have a fucking place for one of these? Really? Somehow I have to branch this from to there. I think we're just fucked, is what I think. That's what I believe. I believe that we're just completely fucked. And that there's basically nothing we can do to prevent our deaths at this point. Unless we somehow get a miraculous draw. But I don't think we will. I have no reason to believe that we will. What a queer tile. Sure. I'll ruin this tile to get 2 quests done. I think that's an acceptable action when you're below 10 cards. Man, would be nice. Man, that would be nice. Man, that would be nice. Man, this was almost nice. Fuck. come on. This, technically makes this closer to closing off. Oh, wait, I can put it here, and that has the same effect, but I get a perfect. Bruh. This is so fucking close. Fuck. We have to, like, weave this around. So, like, it's kind of getting a bit nervous about our prospects here. Okay, we're below 10 now, so there's a very good chance that we are already dead. You are already dead. Nani? This is a, interesting tile that has the very distinct possibility of belonging nowhere. You know what? They're doing a bunch of, like, Spider-Verse cards for the Spider-Man set. I hope they actually do, like, some of the comics of the Spider-Verse for the cards, because there were, like, these super extra-dimensional vampires that were in the Spider-Verse comics that were kind of interesting, and I think it'd be cool. But they're probably not going to do that. They're probably not going to go for the obscure stuff. They're probably going to be going for the stuff that's explicitly not... oh fuck, how do I... They're probably going to go for the stuff in the cards that, Electro is a fucking nuts card for it. Yeah. Yeah. Having a fucking Leyline Tyrant in the command zone is pretty fucking crazy. And he's also better than Ashling for the purposes of red ramp decks, because he's 3 mana instead of 4 mana. Now, as a connoisseur of red mana, I see Electro, and I see a fucking mid-range machine. But I also know that red decks are going to be trying their damnedest to, just be a fucking insane combo burn deck or something, you know? Whereas, in my opinion, I'm more thinking like, oh, I'm going to use this to cast big red spells, not combo. Yeah, I hope they actually, like, use the energy vampires from... the energy vampires from the Spider-Verse comics. That'd be pretty cool. Give a little diversity that feels a little bit more Magic the Gathering, because vampires are more fantastical. So it'd be cool if they added those into the Spider-Man set. They probably won't, though. They're probably going to only add, like, the recognizable Spider-Verse shit. Unless, of course, the Spider-Verse second movie had anything to do with the energy vampires, but I don't get the impression that it did, because I feel like I would have known. So the predicament I'm in here right now is that I have the ability to finish this quest, but it will close this off for me branching it over here, which means this quest will never get finished. Unless, of course, I branch this into this, and then this into this. Turbo to Crackle with power for the win. Yeah, Crackle with power is the obvious example. Okay, so that, which reminds me, so that commander so first of all, I spent like 8 hours this weekend, like, reading the fucking the lore wiki for Edge of Eternities. And dude, Edge of Eternities is fucking awesome, dude. It is really good science fiction. It makes me actually want to go and listen to the audiobooks, but at the same time, I feel like if I do that, I'm gonna get disappointed by some shit-tier writer that they commissioned to make the short stories for Edge of Eternities, but the fucking lore is really good sci-fi. And it makes me wonder if I want to end up trying to make like a commander from that set. The Affinity for Artifacts one, Sammy, the Wildcat captain. She like I've tried a few builds of her on Arena, and one of my the ones that say this happens because I say it does. Which one are you talking about? Oh right, the authors, yeah, the shit authors, yeah. Yeah, but like, see, what a good sci-fi writer does is that when they need something really insane to happen, all they really need to do is introduce another interesting sci-fi idea and then consistently stick to it. And that seems to be what they did with the lore of Edge of Eternities. So, you know the End Stone? So the End Stone was created by, like, some ancient civilization that the Eldrazi destroyed. And what the End Stone does in the lore is that it has retro-causality alteration. So what it does is that you can change the past so long as the change that you make to the past could still logically lead up to the point that you are in at the present. So it is a quote-unquote time travel machine that actually makes sense in a science fiction setting, because it only changes things with retro causality, so that like crazy things can happen in the plot of the story. As long as whatever it changes does so in a way that doesn't violate the present. So, like in the story, the End Stone like chooses people, like Alpharel Stone Chosen. That he's called Stone Chosen in his card because in the story, the End Stone binds to him. So like he joins the crew with Tezzeret and such and all that shit. And so the End Stone. Its ultimate goal in the story was to like change small things about history so that it randomly ends up in the hands of an android that's like 1 billion years old. It's really good sci-fi. Also, the religions. I thought the religions, aesthetically on the cards, I was like, meh, whatever. The religions are actually really good. They're actually really well written. Because both of the main religions in Edge of Eternities, in the lore, both of those religions are based upon math and upon physics. Both of the religions are based upon physics. Which is so fucking cool. It really makes me appreciate the set a lot more. Like, one of the things about a lot of the previous sets, you know, the quote-unquote hat sets, is that they feel like just shit thrown together, you know? But, like, Edge of Eternities, after, like, reading the lore, it doesn't feel like shit randomly thrown together, you know? Like, it feels like they actually cared about the lore of it, with the way they constructed it. You know, unlike shit like Thunder Junction, where it's like literally just everybody is wearing a hat and it's schlock and it's stupid. You know, or Karlov Manor. Karlov Manor is... I don't hate Karlov Manor as much as Thunder Junction, but Karlov Manor does have a very strange identity crisis in that its aesthetic doesn't really make sense for Ravnica, other than the fact that Ravnica is a planet city. But other than that, other than it being a big giant city, like Ravnica doesn't really have anything the fuck to do with anything going on in Karlov Manor. But Edge of Eternities, like, it has good flavor, and the lore was well constructed. So, I've been sort of thinking about trying out Sammy Wildcat Captain, and she's the one that's the 6-drop that says spells you control have affinity for artifacts. So the first build I tried for her was just like an artifact token build where you just make a bunch of tokens and mana rocks to ramp her out, and then you use affinity for artifacts to cast like Eldrazi. And that was okay, but it kind of felt strange. But then the build I tried that I think I prefer, the build for her, is to play her as an equipment deck that has some really gigantic X spells that you can cast in it. So you make a bunch of equipment, of like cheap equipment drops and mana rock drops. You play Sammy, and then you count up all your artifacts, and you get to add that. You basically get to add that number to your X spells, so you could do a Crackle with Power for 20 or something, or maybe not quite that crazy, but you know, you have enough artifacts, you're gonna have a really, really massive fucking spell you can cast. I don't think I'm not like planning to build her over all the other deck projects I currently have, but. Like, I appreciated the writing for the Edge of Eternity's lore so much that I might, like, gravitate into making a deck out of one of their characters. But yeah, like, the only main issue with the lore of Edge of Eternities is that it's so good that it's sad that we're not going to return to it for who knows how many fucking years. Like, it's taken Wizards, like, 20 years to return to Lorwyn. They're not going to return to the Edge in Edge of Eternities for a long fucking time. I got the copy for the 4 cost that gives your red stuff warp for 2 in a red. Oh yeah, Tannock. Mythic Tannock, yeah. That is also a very interesting commander, because he's basically just a sneak attack commander, but, you know, sci-fi themed, and that's very appealing to a lot of people, because there's a lot of combo decks you could make out of a sneak attack commander, you know. But at the same time, I'm really happy that they made it so that it's only red spells, because you know that people will just fucking use Tannock to cast Eldrazi, you know, like, and that's fucking boring. It's boring as shit. Unlike my Eldrazi deck, which is actually a tribal deck, and therefore it is not boring. It is actually on theme. Everybody else is doing it wrong, not me. Oh, this fits here, and this gets me 2 perfects. Which is pretty important right now. That's also very important, because this wants to be closed. But yeah, like, yeah, Mythic Tannock is interesting. I like him. Uncommon Tannock is also interesting, because he's a Gruul landfall card draw engine, so, like, you could probably do a lot of insane shit with him that's just landfall value, and it would probably work out pretty well. So, like, both Tannocks are, like, are interesting cards, and I like them both. I don't know if I would make a deck out of any of them. And Ping, oh yeah, he's a Ping commander as well. Simultaneously. I mean, I saw Tannock, you know, Memorial Ensign or whatever he's called, and I was like, oh my god, I draw a card with a fetch land? Holy fuck. I get to do this every turn? I can draw a card. This is a landfall Phyrexian Arena? Holy fuck. But yeah, he's also a ping commander, so you could get all the types of ping stuff that you enjoy. You know, such as Ogier Axonil. I feel like everybody. I feel kind of bad for Ogier Axonil because it's been relegated to just like a burn staple, and it never gets its own deck. People just use it as like a random burn staple to turn a deck into a combo deck. You know, like I'm gonna ping everybody for 1 damage like 3 times. I have this card in my deck specifically to turn that into 12 damage, and it's like, oh, it's kind of fucking lame, but that's unfortunately the price of, you know, playing mono red, is that mono red commanders are very, very, very fucking susceptible to removal. And so if you're gonna play a mono red commander, it better be really significant if you want it to keep up with anything else. So like Ogier Axonil, the fact that he is forcibly turned into a land, it just kind of sucks. You know, it's very unfortunate. Am I going to be able to sneak out these water quests right here? I hope so. I hate you, I hate you, I fucking hate you. Go fuck yourself. Why the fuck was I given this tile? I hate this tile so much. I only ruined 2. And this one's already ruined. I already had to ruin this right here. So we'll get 2 perfects. Poor ruined tiles. But yeah, like, so the Spider-Man cards have a lot of exile support, which is kind of fucking unfortunate because I'm gonna have to put a bunch of fucking Spider-Man cards in my adventure decks now. I'm gonna have to switch out my commander and my Jeskai for my Jeskai deck. And to be totally honest, I probably need to redo my Abzan deck as well. My Abzan adventure deck, because there's several more Abzan commanders out now that probably fit better than Kolfanor. And Kolfanor was always clunky because what I was doing with Kolfanor was just building up to him, casting him, wrathing, and then just getting all my stuff back, but which was really convoluted and mana hungry by comparison to like literally any other strategy I have in all my other adventure decks. That's why my Abzan one is the weakest. But now we're getting a bunch of random new exile support from Spider-Man. And so I should probably get either Gitrog, Thalrog, or Baitor. I'm not totally against Felothar as well. Not the toughness matters Felothar, but like the aristocrats Felothar. I should probably use one of those instead of Kolfanor. It might work because the new adventure creature from Final Fantasy is also a reanimation creature because you can cast it from the graveyard. So, and that's crazy because that means that I have that means I functionally have 2 copies of a Mossborn Dread Knight. Oh boy. I mean, I'll get a perfect off this so it'll replace itself, but that's the only good part about this tile right here. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end up putting Spider-Man 2099 in 3 of my blue-green, or my blue-red adventure decks, which is gonna be fucking silly. It's gonna be very goofy. You know what I'm very interested though? I'm very interested in seeing what they're gonna do for Magic Arena for the Spider-Man cards. They've revealed like only 2 of them. And they looked, you know, normal, you know. But I'm very curious at how creative they're gonna get. Like, I really hope that they make Spider-Man with the arena version that like look like crazy weird mutant monsters or some shit. That'd be so cool. Be so much better than just stock Spider-Man in paper. But so this tile fits nowhere because this game is fucking garbage. Make sure to update Shell Up. Oh yeah, the amount of face palming I have been doing over, like, just knowing what I'm gonna have to do with my Shell Up deck is just, it sucks. I'm gonna, like, half of my good mono green and black spiders are gonna be fucking from Spider-Man, so it's gonna be fucking Shelob from Lord of the Rings, and then a bunch of fucking Spider-Men. I mean, the deck will be stronger for it, but it's still just like, fuck, man. Oh, also they made a 5-color Spider Commander. They made Cosmic Spider-Man, who's Wooberg, and he just anthems all spiders. Which is fucking annoying and stupid and retarded, and I don't like it, and I'm not gonna use it. I refuse. It's just so silly. So yeah, we're only on the Golgari Shelob train. 1. Okay, fellas, we're dead. I thought that would kill me, but it didn't. Ugh, whatever. But yeah, the Shelob decks will have to be updated because there's a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of good like spiders just from the perspective of them being spiders, you know. So that is unfortunately the way it's gonna go. Actually, I could do this. I have nowhere to place this that doesn't break it. Fuck you, game. Another annoying thing is fucking Spider-Ham, because he's a mono green 2-drop lord for like a dozen random creature types, And God, am I fucking lucky that he doesn't also buff insects, or else I'd have to have Spider Ham in my fucking insect deck. God. But if I ever want to, if I ever want to like make a raccoon deck like you suggested at one point, I have to randomly have Spider Ham in the fucking deck. God, that's so stupid. So fucking retarded. I hate it. There's a part of me that loves it because it's a meme. But mostly I'm just like, I'm just a hater. Which is why I'm very curious about what the arena cards will look like, because if the arena cards look really good, like flavor-wise, then I'll definitely like maybe like proxy some of the Spider-Man cards by using the arena versions in paper. But God, is it so stupid. Did you know that the lore of Spider Ham is that he was a spider that was bitten by a radioactive anthropomorphic pig in a version of the Marvel Universe that where everybody is an anthro? Well, this fucking sucks. I hate this. This is terrible. I was talking about the tile right there. But yeah, like, Spider-Ham was a fucking... He was a fucking spider bitten by an anthropomorphic pig. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you. Fucking... cape shit, bullshit nonsense, dude. I have to have Spider-Ham in my fucking Shelob deck. My Lord of the Rings commander. Child of Ungoliant, a fucking creature so fucking powerful that it sucked the life from the fucking world tree and put an end to the Second Age in Middle Earth. You know, not even Middle Earth, in Valinor. That's how powerful Ungoliant is, and Shelob is her daughter. And I have to have fucking Spider Ham on the battlefield with her. Fucking hell, man. It's so dumb. It's so stupid. I'm not usually a UB hater, but like... Ugh. I have 61 cards here. Let's not do any desperation placements. I suspect this quest will never happen, but we'll see. With luck, it will. Oh, also, you want to know what made me excited today? Is that my proxies that I ordered for my second Eldrazi deck and the Room deck, those proxies arrived today, like a week early. Usually I have to usually they're a week late, but they were a week early this time. So when you next come over, Aragim, I'm gonna be able to use the Room deck and possibly the Eldrazi deck. I didn't think I was gonna get to, but they came a week early. Just fucking fabulous. Oh look, it doesn't work. Yay. I guess I can do that. Also, I need to update the insect deck because I have a bunch of the bugs from Edge of Eternities, including that Might Form Harvester you graciously parted with. I think the insect deck will be very fucking powerful with Ice Till Explorer. Because now I don't need an external Crucible of Worlds effect, I just have it on an insect that I can, like, tutor out. Then again, if it makes my Grist deck too powerful, I might want to reconsider and have a different commander than Grist, because Grist might be too strong. Like, the thing that kept my Grist deck in line is the fact that I was playing it as an insect tribal deck rather than just as a super mega graveyard deck. But now we have even better insects, and so Grist might become too powerful even with insect tribal. So in that case, I might swap her out for a one of the different insect legendaries, like Zask or Atchik or something. I don't know. Very excited for the Room deck, though. Because it's my first Enchantress deck, really. Never had a dedicated Enchantress deck before. I'm not putting Sithis in it, because fuck that. No. I have Principles. But I am putting Yenna in there. Because I'm a lunatic. You know, I have principles, but I'm still a fucking lunatic. And then with that Eldrazi done, and with the Room deck done, I can move on to Rakdos, Wizards, and Towns. And I already have a lot of the pieces for the Towns deck. I have quite a few of the pieces for the Towns deck. Most of it is lands, but nevertheless. You know, some new cards they made in Edge of Eternities are based upon your number of differently named lands. And I struggle to think why you wouldn't put those cards into literally every single 5-color, 4-color, and colorless deck. Because you're always going to have a humongous number of lands with different names. Even in some 3-color decks, like my adventure decks that don't have green in them, they have like no basic lands. Because in order to make those mana bases consistent, they just can't really have basic lands. So even in that case, we're talking about like lands that are all like named differently, and I struggle to think why you wouldn't want both of those cards in every single deck, and yet I've heard nobody talk about them. And I'm referring to All Fates Scroll and it's like Mechan Explorer or something. They're both colorless. One is a 3-mana mana rock where it taps for 1 mana of any color, but you also can pay 7 mana and draw X cards, which is where X is the number of differently named lands you control. Which is fucking crazy, because that's like 7 mana draw 12, you know, in a commander game, you know? Especially if you're playing any deck that ramps out lands for any reason that are not basic lands. So 5-color decks, Eldrazi, colorless decks. Oh wait, I think it's Mechan Surveyor, maybe? Maybe that's the name of it? Remember Parker's camera is a thing? Oh god, yeah, I'm gonna have to get that for Atraxa. I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking about going back into my Atraxa deck, making it slightly less of a meme, so that it doesn't feel, like, miserable to play against with it, or oh fuck, whatever, against my brother with. But like, there are gonna be some silly things I'll always keep in the Atraxa deck, like the level up creatures, and something like Parker's camera. Yeah, that's definitely something I want for the Atraxa deck, because it's so fucking funny, and it also synchronizes a bit too well, because it kind of just goes, it doesn't go like literally like combo infinite, but it never runs out of its photograph counters. Because if I use it to copy Atraxa's Proliferate, then it'll lose a counter, but it'll get 2 counters. So even if I play it early in the game before I play Atraxa, I still can use one of its counters at least once. I can use one of its counters at least once, and then I can get Atraxa out, and then it'll never run out of counters ever again. So I am gonna have to get Peter Parker's camera, which is such a stupid fucking sentence, but it is what it do. I hope there's a version of J. Jonah Jameson that they print that is like a viable commander. Because you know me, Aragim, I literally make commander decks for the joke of it sometimes, and I have a you remember my rogues and snakes deck. Like, I made that because I think it's funny, and for like literally no other reason. I really hope if they release a legendary J. Jonah Jameson that isn't a weak piece of draft chaff shit, I might be going for a J. Jonah Jameson deck. I know they already showed one version of him that is, it's like he's like mono red or something, but he's like draft chaff. So if they have like a second version of him that's not draft chaff, that's like really good, or no, not doesn't have to be really good, but just serviceable, then I'm I'm probably gonna make a deck where I'm constantly screaming at the table, "Bring me pictures of Spider-Man." Yeah, I also need I'm gonna need Gwen. I'm gonna need Ghost Spider. I'm gonna need some other shit. And then of course Avatar comes out afterwards, and I'm gonna need Firelord Zuko for Mardu adventures. He'll replace Extus, unfortunately. I don't like the thought of replacing Extus, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that my Extus deck was strong, because of all the things it is not strong. It is not a strong deck. I'm just gonna hope that Firelord Zuko isn't too strong, because that would fucking suck if it felt too powerful. But we'll see. Oh, come the fuck on, really? I don't want to place that over there. It's gonna make it really complicated to close off. I'm gonna put it over here. How does Parker get such good shots? I can't believe this is a conversation happening over Magic the Gathering about whether or not you're gonna use Spider-Man cards or not. Like, it was so tolerable with like Doctor Who, especially after I learned more about what Doctor Who really is as like a show. Like, it was tolerable. It was weird with Fallout, because it seems so vastly unrelated. But it was still tolerable. But now we're about to have motherfucking Spider-Man? You know? Like, Final Fantasy wasn't just tolerable, it was, like, perfect because it fits with Magic's aesthetic. Even the science fiction games for the Final Fantasy series really fit well into Magic. But fucking Spider-Man? Like, what? What? I just can't I'm an OG lover of the movie cape shit. And I just reel at the fact that cape shit has become so fucking popular and become so mainstream that so much cape shit media is just garbage now because of normies and DEI and shit. Why did cape shit have to become shit? Okay, it's so fucking disappointing. Oh my god, we found the tile that fits there. Holy fuck. The curse of popular media. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I had I wish that it could have been different, but unfortunately, that is not the case. And now cape shit is working its way into my Magic the Gathering. And you know what? There's a lot going on in the Marvel Universe that is very fitting for Magic, but of all the things, Spider-Man really isn't one of them. Spider-Man is very, very fucking goofy. Even like the cosmic Spider-Man shit with Through the Spider-Verse is just, it gets so ridiculous because of just the very shallow playing around of the ideas of multiverses. Like, once multiverse shit infects something, it just becomes so fucking lame because because cape shit writers don't know how to write fucking multiverses, because that is the realm of sci-fi writers. That's not the realm of cape shit, okay? And so every time we get cape shit writers writing multiverse bullshit, it's always crap. Or almost always crap. Old man yells about paper. Yep. Hey, you're older than me, so that's why you're allowed to say that. Every time I see a person on the internet and that they're like balding and stuff, and then they say that they're younger than me, it makes me internally scream very, very loudly. Extremely loudly. Oh, yay, a bot. Yay! Purge. Okay. This wants to be closed off, so we need to sequester all the compulsory rivers to put them behind big flat water tiles. Bigger, flatter. Well, this blows. I don't like this. It sucks. Fuck you, game. Fuck you. Fucking game. Oh hey, Arrogant, did you see the video I made about Arcane? The one I made bitching about the show, because it's only the one of the first. It's only the first of ones that I'm gonna be trying to do. Fuck you, game. My god, dude. Yes! 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 I did. You kind of overused the extra sound effects. Really? You didn't like all the sound effects of Sallow getting fucking smashed? That was a bit overused? There, that's pretty good. Now we just need to get something over here and we'll have gotten all the rivers. Then we can start closing it up. Wait, this is a 1. This is a 1. This is a 1. Yes! 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 Okay. If you're trying to make a point, and any sound effect would not actually be my first. Well, yeah, I am making a point, but I'm also trying to be funny, but I understand what you mean. Yeah, I guess it does clash a bit with the attempt at professionalism. And this tile makes me angry because I have to reintroduce a river that I don't want to introduce into the pile, which is annoying as piss. This is 3, so now we only need 1. We can place it over there. Really? Do that. This doesn't actually want to be closed off, but I won't have many chances to close this. Did you at least agree with my analysis? I mean, I know you didn't watch season 2, but and I know that there was some distracting stuff in it, but did you at least understand what I was saying? Because if you did, well then, you know, goal was met. Fuck this game, bro. Oh my god. Fuck. Can't place this here. Guess I'll have to start anew. Is this what I want? I don't know. Oh, sure. Another river. Yay. Oh. Ugh. Place this around here, huh? Well. Well, that sucks, but oh well. Jace was done a disservice by the writers by essentially ignoring any growth in the first scenes that he'd fit into the spot the writers wanted him to be in. Yep. Yep. Basically, that's what that is one of the many issues. I would still say the main issue is that they had absolutely no justification for the character changes they made. And that's in addition to basically ignoring everything he went through in the first season. But yeah, so yeah, my point did get across then. It's so fucking frustrating, dude. And Caitlyn is even worse. Like, Jace killing somebody, like, you have this very thin veneer of logic of, oh, he got traumatized. It's a thin veneer, but at least it exists. Caitlyn, like, becoming a dictator because her mother died and she's all angry is just such pathetic writing, it's unbelievable. Like, when you actually pay attention to the writing of the characters in the first season, it's so unbelievably fucking ridiculous. Like, oh yes, Caitlyn is now Hitler. What? What? Zahn is now the Gulag. What? So I'm gonna be fucking screaming my head off about that in the next video. I hope I'll find the energy to make it go a bit faster than the first one. And then I can get my friend to draw like an overlay that I can put over the footage so that I don't have to do blurs anymore in the editing to get past copyright, even though I am absolutely certain that I have fair use rights. I don't want to wait. I'd rather just make it transformative enough that the detector doesn't fucking fuck with me. But yeah, it's even worse for Caitlyn. You know, at least in Act 1, Jace does a lot of stuff that makes sense for his character, right? In Act 1, specifically, of the Season 2. But in a sense, that's only because he does barely anything. You know, you could make the argument that he's only not violated much in Act 1, because he kinda is just there for exposition and to get and then he's thrown into a new dimension, into a new timeline in episode 3, and it's like, okay. And then he comes back and he's a totally new character, and then it turns out that all of his totally new characteristics don't make any fucking sense once we get to episode 7, 8, 9. You know, they thought they could fucking sneak that in there and that people wouldn't notice that, oh, Jace is different now, so of course he'd kill people. And then they proceed to show him not actually changing in a way that makes sense for him to start murdering people. So it's like, yeah, no. You can't catch me with that dumb shit, writers. You're full of shit. You're bullshitting me, and I know you're bullshitting me. And I will be relentless about it. But Caitlyn is even worse. It is even worse. Like, you remember Caitlyn in season 1? Like, her goal was to escape the confinement of her wealth and to see what the world is really like so she can make an actual difference. That's who Caitlyn was in the first season. And she was a bit snobbish, but once she realized the truth of everything going on, she immediately jumped into, I am going to be into the mode of, I am, you know, she's trying to protect everybody in Zon the same as she would protect anybody in Piltover, because she doesn't see a distinction. She wants to protect people. You know, especially once she found out exactly how bad things were, and that it's basically all the fault, and that it's largely the fault of people like her mother. But then you mean to tell me, in season 2, her mother dies, and then suddenly Caitlyn, even though Caitlyn knows that the person who killed her mother is Jinx and nobody else, somehow the grief of that causes Caitlyn to become okay with becoming a fucking military dictator. Which is fucking asinine. That it is fucking asinine that she would do that. And that she would let Zon turn into a gulag. Like, that she would let a foreign power advise her without questioning a single thing. Because that's another thing. Caitlyn isn't stupid either. Caitlyn is a very smart character. Like Jace. Just, she's better with deduction, not with her intelligence is in deduction and not in engineering. And yet she is so stupid that she would completely violate her previous principles, and that she would see absolutely nothing fishy about a foreign warlord trying to force her way into her good graces, and she just lets it happen. Like, that is both too stupid for Caitlyn to do as a character. There is no fucking way Caitlyn is stupid enough to do that. And secondly, it completely violates all of her principles and all of her character growth in season 1. It's fucking... It's deranged how fucking bad it is. You know the part of my Jace video where there was literally a desk slam? That was literally me taking my moments when I was recording the script. At my heights of frustration, I literally would pause from the rest of the script, and then I would independently record myself slamming my table with my actual, like, worked up emotions to make it authentic. And that is exactly what that sound is. That was completely authentic. Because it really does make me that angry. Because, like, World of Warcraft's writing was in the shitter. And in my mourning for Warcraft's writing, like, Arcane came into the picture and was so unbelievably fucking good. And then immediately in the second season, they ruin the whole fucking show. It makes me livid, man. It makes me livid. Like, I just about had a new fantasy series whose lore I can appreciate and get into, and then immediately in season 2 they just ruin everything. It makes me feel like I'm the cause for it. I feel like I somehow jinxed Arcane. I feel like I'm responsible for Arcane being bad. Like, my hopes and dreams caused the show to become shit through some inverse law of cursedness or some shit. Like, I did that. It pisses me off. Never planned beyond season 2, if that helps. They apparently didn't plan beyond season 1 because their fucking season 2 plan fucking blowed. Fucking sucked. They are gonna have another show, though. In fact, they already said that they were in production, that when they released Arcane Season 2, they said afterwards that they were already in production of another show. And I mean, I'm gonna check it out, you know, on torrent websites. I ain't fucking paying Netflix a dime for the fucking writing that they did in that in Arcane Season 2. But, like, I don't have any faith, I don't have any confidence anymore. Like, I was so confident that it was gonna be good. Because how the fuck do you fuck up something so perfect? Season 1 was so perfect, how do you fuck it up? Like, you could have at the very least made it mid. Like, it could have just been mid. They didn't make it mid, they made it terrible. They made every single character fucked. Completely fucked. They fucked Heimerdinger, they fucked Jace, they fucked Caitlyn, they fucked Vi, they fucked Jinx. It's all fucked. It's completely fucked. All of it. Everything in season 2 is bullshit, is fucking full of shit. And I don't understand how that could happen. You know, it's like when a lottery ticket winner goes off and somehow blows their entire fortune on liquor or something. Like, they never invest it, they never think smartly, they're just like, I got to win big, and now I'm going to lose as big as I possibly can. Like, why? How? How the fuck? How do you fuck something up so badly? It's unbelievable. Also, as time goes on, I become more and more and more and more angry with the fact that they just cut off Mel and Jace's relationship randomly for no reason. Like, as time has gone on with me doing research to make these videos, I have become more and more fucking livid by the fact that they destroyed that they just ended that dynamic. Because if you want the short explanation of why their relationship was actually so good, it's because they are a take on a classic romantic archetype of the princess and the knight. Except they have been inserted into completely different and more relatable roles for, like, modern people to understand. And they were also, you know, in the context of their own universe, they were working with what they had in their own universe. And so their relationship was actually very, very classy. And once we learned Mel's motivations in season 1, episode 8, it becomes very clear why she fell for Jace. Because Mel, ultimately, in season 1, she's a pretty little princess deep down that wants to be compassionate and kind to her people. But she was forced into a route in life where she's constantly questioning her own desires, and because she's trying to live up to a family that rejected her for a reason she didn't fully understand. And so she's a pretty little princess that's just trapped in a role that isn't actually what she truly wants. And Jace he's a man who is a noble man. He's basically a knight in shining armor type personality, and he has literally no concern for what other people are trying to force on him. He just wants to make the world better, period. And he is not interested in squabbles. He is purely a noble man with noble intentions. And he's also competent. So of course, you know, the woman that's secretly a pretty princess deep down became so interested in him. And that's why their relationship turned out to be extremely genuine once we once we learn who Mel actually is. Because for a lot of season 1, Mel just seems to be like a random venture capitalist who has vague goals that we don't really understand. But then we come to understand that she's just trying to accrue like wealth and power for Piltover to prove that she's good at statecraft to her mother. Like she's trying to prove herself to her mother, not even understanding that she was exiled because of her mother's weakness, not because of hers. And so the result is that Ambessa in season 1 offers Mel the chance that Mel has been wanting for a long time to return to the family, because the truth is that the family does accept you. You know, let this war happen, let us get our family's resources from this war, and then just return to my side where you can rule as you originally wanted to. But the truth is that Mel, deep down, is not a cruel person. She's not interested in being a Noxian warlord. She's interested in being a noble princess that is compassionate and thoughtful. Which is why, in the very last fucking scene of season 1, when the rocket is fucking flying towards the building, like, when she takes off her ring and puts her ring down, that is her forsaking her old goal of trying to impress her family, and instead she is embracing who she actually is deep down inside. That she is not just some random venture capitalist who's trying to extract resources from the world. No. She's actually just a woman that she wants to be in power, she wants to rule over people, but she wants to be compassionate to people. She wants to be thoughtful. She wants to be an arbiter of peace. That's who she actually wants to be, and that's why her putting her ring down in that scene in season 1 is so important. And that's why Jace is an attractive person to her. And that's why, you know... And that's why it seems like her demeanor towards events seems to sort of change between episode, like, 5, 6, and then 7, 8. It's because she seemed, for a while, like she was just a venture capitalist. But then suddenly she's like, wait, we can't just declare war and start attacking with force. We can't actually do that. Because that was never her intention. That was never her intention. Her intention was never to fucking... actually make weapons. She just wanted the city to be secured, because she understands that outside are nations like Noxus that are warmongers. Excuse me. So she wanted to develop Piltover's economy and its ability to defend itself as an independent state, not trying to make weapons for the purpose of hurting people. So, like, the truth is that she never, like, turned. She wasn't written inconsistently in season 1. It's just that we didn't know who the hell she really was until episode 8 and 9 of season 1. And so, what season 2 should have done with Mel and Jace was develop their relationship further, you know, make it clear what both characters wanted, and then go from there. But instead they just they throw both of them into completely different, they throw them into different dimensions. And they make them do shit that doesn't make sense. And then when they meet again, they talk to each other like it's so... God God, it's so frustrating. They're like literally a perfect couple. And their relationship is just thrown to the dogs for no fucking reason. Like, who cares if they're a classical archetype of the princess and the knight? Like, they're their own version of that. That they're still special. They don't have to. There's nothing wrong with them being that. Of a masculine man who is exercising his power in a masculine way, and a feminine woman, exercising her power in a feminine fashion. There's nothing wrong with that. But they just axed them and were like, okay, Mel's now she's a mage and she's super powerful and she can do crazy bullshit. And Jace is like Bear Grylls now, except he's an asshole and he kills people for literally no reason, and then doesn't mention that to anybody because he knows, because obviously if he did, that would ruin the plot, because everybody would be like, what the fuck are you doing, Jace? Why did you kill people for no reason? Fuck. And then they have them talk to each other like they're strangers. Well, no, they have them have a conversation that doesn't make sense for that moment. Like, I don't know why Jace would become irritable with her in that moment. Yo, why didn't you save everyone? Like, Jace, what are you fucking talking about? Why would you say that upon seeing Mel? Wouldn't you be, like, running up to her to fucking hug her and kiss her and shit? Like, what the fuck? You two were fucking. And you weren't just fucking because you're both hot. You were fucking because you were crazy about each other. Because you're both perfect for one another. Like, like this fucking horse shit of randomly they aren't in a relationship anymore. It's like, why? There wasn't even like a breakup text. It's just they enter the same room and they start arguing. Why? But why? Fucking Christ almighty. Gives me a fucking headache. Oh god, and then there's the scene, oh man, because my next video is gonna be about Caitlyn, I'm gonna end up having to address the lesbian sex scene that they put into the show. Oh god. And that makes me mad for a whole lot of reasons. A lot of reasons that have, like, nothing to do with the fact that it's gay sex. Like, there's so many fucking problems with Caitlyn and Vi fucking in a fucking prison cell while the world is about to end. When Jinx has left the fucking prison to go commit suicide and Caitlyn and Vi start fucking for some reason. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? What the fuck is wrong with these writers, dude? What the fuck is wrong with these writers? Because if I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna unironically take a stance in the video when I get to that point. I'm gonna take a stance about that it being, I think it's like a harmful stereotype for like actual lesbians, for us to put ourselves in this position where it's like, oh, lesbians should be able to have sex whenever they want like everybody else. Nobody is contesting that idea. So the fact that you're forcing these lesbians into a sex scene that doesn't make any sense just makes it seem shallow, and like you're using the fact that they're lesbians to sell sex in the show to the male audience, and that's literally offensive to everybody involved. That's offensive. That should be offensive to the gays. That is offensive to the straight men that are being manipulated into liking something just because there's two women making out and touching each other's titties. Like, it's so gross. It doesn't make any sense, and it's gross. And I'm gonna have to fucking address that in the fucking video with Caitlyn because she's one of the participants. God. Fucking hell, I hate it. I fucking hate, like, like the big scene between Jace and Victor in Act 1 of Season 2, like, their first big scene, even though it sucks that it's a very short scene, and it never has any bearing upon the rest of their interactions. Like, it's a good scene. Like Victor's condition is weird and arbitrary, but like Jace and Victor, like the exchange they have in that scene in episode 2 is great. Like, there isn't that like, in comparison to the shit that happens in this show, like, there's not much wrong with it. You know? But, like, all the scenes that Caitlyn and Vi have, or all the like, they're all just kind of terrible. Well, not all of them, but they're pretty bad. They're pretty fucking bad. Like, I can't even... Like, Act 1 was okay to Jace. It was Act 2 and 3 that really fucked his writing up. Caitlyn's writing is fucked up from the beginning of Heavy as the Crown. Well, not the beginning, but, like, starting with Heavy as the Crown, the episode 1 of season 2. Like, her writing is contradicted starting pretty badly, starting with episode 1, and it... God. So fucking... It's so frustrating. And like, me screaming about it right here, right now, this is why I have to make these videos. This is why I have to do it. I can't not do it. It has to happen. I have to do it. I feel a duty to do it. Because I loved every single character in the show, man. And even the best case scenario, like Jace, they still fucked him up as well. And that it's so infuriating. If they go into the next show with Mel as the main character, like going into Noxus, if she just never remembers Jace, ever, I'm gonna want to scream. Like, I'm going to fucking scream if they do that in the next show. Or rather, if they literally... If they actually are so fucking retarded as to not have that have some sort of effect upon Mel as a character, Jace being gone. I'm gonna be so fucking angry. I know in my video I said that Jace and Victor teleport to somewhere unknown. I know I say that, but if I'm gonna be honest, that's copium. Because the writers did in fact say that Jace and Victor died. Now, obviously, that's a grain of salt sort of comment, in the sense that they can just retcon that, and because it's not clearly it doesn't clearly happen. They just get sucked into a wormhole. That doesn't mean they died, right? So they can just retcon that. But at the same time, they haven't retconned it yet. We don't know if they'll retcon it yet, and so there's no guarantee they will, which means they killed Jace and Victor off in such an unsatisfactory fashion. And now we're expected to not... And now, like, if they go into the next show and Mel just doesn't even give a shit about the fact that Jace is gone and or died, I'm just gonna be so fucking angry, man. I'm gonna be so pissed off. I can't stress how pissed off I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be so fucking mad. It's gonna be unbelievable how fucking mad I'm gonna be. And if they bring Jace and Victor back from the dead, I mean, they better do it in a way that makes sense, or else they need to just scrap all the events of Arcane Season 2 because of how bad Season 2 is. God damn it. Well, that was a good chill stream spent with me fucking whining and bitching about stuff that people don't necessarily care about. Jesus Christ. I'm exasperated. Apparently in Warcraft, World of Warcraft news, I guess, like, I haven't paid attention to it, but apparently, like, the daughter of Anduin Lothar has come into the picture or something, and I just don't know what to think, or if there's any thinking to be had. It's sort of become like Marvel, where I used to love the Marvel movies, and I would pay attention to them, but then after a certain point, they started getting worse and worse and worse until I had no interest in them anymore, and that's how it is for Warcraft for me now. Like, I used to be obsessed with Warcraft, but now I kind of just feel adverse to hearing any information about Warcraft. And I hate that. That fucking sucks. Fucking blows. Also, how would the daughter of Anduin Lothar be black? She's black for some reason, even though Anduin Lothar was white. And I know that doesn't really matter very much in the Warcraft universe, but it's kind of like, how did that genetically happen? Like, huh? Like, just because, like, human ethnicities aren't real in the Warcraft universe doesn't mean that genetics aren't real, you know. So it's sort of just like, how did this woman hereditarily acquire this appearance? Like, what? That's kind of random as fuck, but whatever. I think I'm gonna lose. I might just go until I lose. We are pretty high overtime, though. Where the fuck does this go? Nope, that does not work. Maybe here? Sure, why not? I think I'm gonna lose in a moment here, so... Oh, nice. Maybe I won't lose in a moment here. Fuck! It's fine. Okay, I think we just lost, so that's fine. This is fine. Never mind. 3 more cards. No, just kill me. Let's place a few, and then we'll save, and we're done for tonight. Wow, fuck you. That's fine, actually. Just annoying. Okay, that's enough. Thank you all very much for joining me here tonight. I really appreciate you coming here to hang out with me. We will be back in 2 days, Friday, if you live in the United States. And we will be back to playing Look Outside. I've been having a blast with that game. I really enjoy it quite a lot. Like the art style, it's very nice. We have monster girl waifus. spying on us and following us around. I really like that game, and I hope you will as well, and that tonight was a good stream. If you happen to be new here and you enjoyed hanging out with us tonight, if you think I deserve a follow, I'd appreciate that quite a bit. We stream 3 times a week for approximately 2 hours, and this stream will be re-uploaded to YouTube tomorrow night, where we'll join every single stream I have ever done. So if there are any you want to catch up on, you can find all of them there. Link is in the About section. And yeah, so I should get the fuck out of here because it's really late. So thank you all very much for being here. I hope you have a good afternoon, evening, morning, etc. And I will see you all again soon with Look Outside. Ciao.